Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about my 5 favorite fragrances of the year. This is going to be my best of beauty video, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose favorites in every category and do a specific video. So face, skincare, and fragrance. Fragrance, instead of having one for each category like mascara and eyeshadow palette, I'm just going to talk to you about my 5 favorite fragrances that I've been wearing all year. Now, some of these I've had since the beginning of the year. Some of these are kind of new to my collection, be it a few months. I didn't want to add any fragrances into my list that I've only had for a month or two because I wanted to see how I wore them in regards to choosing every single day for at least a few months. So these are the ones that might not have made it to some lists, but these are the ones that I just continuously grab. So if you want to see my 5 favorite fragrances this year and why, keep watching. Wanted to do this and I thought long and hard about this. Again, there are some new fragrances I just added to my collection that could have easily come on this list because I've just been obsessed with them, but I really wanted to stick this list to at least fragrances I've been wearing for at least 3 to 4 months, and some of them I've had in my collection for a longer time than that, because that lets me know really throughout the entire year what I've been reaching for and going for. So I'm going to start off this list with the absolute favorites, and I don't know why. Sometimes I save it to the end, but I really wanted to start off this list with the one fragrance that I've just been continuously reaching for and obsessed with. Okay, it's Baie Rose 26 from Labo. Now, this is a city exclusive to Chicago, and since I don't ever go to Chicago, I order this from Lucky Scent when they have their special city exclusive event where you can buy city exclusives on their site. Now, real quick, the notes that I always get in here are musk, pink pepper, rose, cedar, clove. This is so freakishly delicious, and I lamented over this list, but this is the one, and I'm wearing it now because I love it so much, that no matter what time of day, what time of year, this one is just one that just lasts and is appropriate, which is the other reason why I wanted to include it as the number 1. This is good for daytime, this is good for evening, this is good for winter, spring, summer, fall. It's just the spicy, really like woody rose, and it's peppery, and it's just so freakishly delicious. I love this fragrance, and it's just, oh my gosh, I'm wearing it now. If you ever have the opportunity to test this, I highly recommend it. Like I said, every year I buy a bottle. I buy the small bottle because generally Labo's fragrances, since they're made fresh, and this is made for a special event, they're only really good for about 12 to 24 months. I find that around the 12-month mark is when they're their best, and then after that they kind of lose their potency. So I always get small bottles of this just because by the time September rolls around, because that's when the event usually is, I'm usually to about here, and then I just get a new bottle. But I would definitely buy bigger bottles of this if I was in Chicago and I could easily get it and know that it was fresh and things like that. But this is absolutely my number 1 fragrance of the year. This one. Love this one. So good. Next up, in no particular order, really, I love all of these, and I really like, the only reason why the Labo one kind of won out is because I think it's appropriate for all times of day, all sorts of the years. These other ones tend to be appropriate at specific times. So let me just grab it. I have it over here. It's so far away. The next fragrance that I've just been obsessed with is by Kilian, and this is Imperial Tea. Now, this has made it to a few of my lists, and I love this one oh so much. This is just this beautiful green jasmine tea. It's so gorgeous. And like I said before, the oak moss in this gives this touch of bitterness, which is very reminiscent to when you slightly overbrew green tea. And when I drink jasmine green tea, I love to slightly overbrew it because I love that slight bitterness with the jasmine and the green tea. And the fact that that has that note in here just drives me wild. I love it. So this is most definitely one of my top fragrances of the year. If you like green tea fragrances, if you like white floral fragrances, this is a really fantastic one to test out. I highly recommend it. It's just gorgeous. I want to make a cup of green tea. Every time I wear this, I just drink green tea all day. Like, I drink all sorts of tea. Like, I have, like I said, I have like 85 tins of tea at my house. No joke. And this just makes me want to drink nothing but green tea when I wear this. I absolutely adore this. So this is most definitely one of my top favorite fragrances of the year. Next up is a newer one to my collection, and it's the Guerlain 10 Crosby Silent Street. Now this one, like I said in my review, if I have reviews of any of these, I will link them below. I think I might only have a review of this one. This one to me is very simple, kind of basic, but the two notes that I get out of this, which is floral cord and white musk, I just really like. Like, I'm not a huge musk girl. Like, I don't really like it when musk is very predominant, but there's just something really refreshing and bright and really nice about this fragrance. It sits so close to the skin, like I'd have to like put my cheek on yours for you to smell it. Like, it doesn't really wear in a room. So this is an appropriate work fragrance or if you're going to the movies. But I just love, I think this is like very silently sophisticated, just because it is so basic, but it is really clean and nice. And I've just been wearing this one all the time, like all the time. I always reach for this one, and I'm really excited for once I go through this little bottle, I'm going to be getting the giant bottle of it, because this is definitely one that I'm going to constantly want to have on hand. So I love this. So I mean, I can see where some people might not like it or not be too excited by it because it is very basic, but there's just something about how basic this is that's very sophisticated, very clean, and I really, really like that. Next up is Rose d'Arabie from Armani Prive. This should come to no surprise if you watch any of my videos. I constantly talk about this one. I think of all the fragrances from the Armani Prive line, this is my absolute favorite. Now again, I could have bought the giant bottle of it, but I like to stick with a little bit smaller bottles just because I have so many fragrances and I like the juice to stay fresh. But I love everything about this. I love the presentation. I think the bottle is gorgeous. It reminds me, like, if you were to go to a museum and have a piece of art and then here's the little information on the art and the artist and where it's from. I love that. This just smells so delicious on the skin. It's appropriate for daytime or evening, although I find this to be better for evening, and it's just gorgeous. It's really gorgeous. This is going to smell beautiful on anyone, man, woman, no matter what your age. This is just a very pleasing fragrance, and I couldn't live without this. This is one of my absolute favorite fragrances. Obviously, you've made it to my top 5 list of the best of 2016. This last one I lamented on, and I'm going to give you guys my honorable mentions. I don't have them in bottle form, but this one really just kind of blew me away this year, and it's the Terracotta Le Parfum from Guerlain. Now, the reason why this one won out over others is just because I'm so freakishly obsessed with the fragrance of the Terracotta bronzers. It's one of my favorite things about them, and I love this fragrance because this is such a beautiful interpretation of it. The white rose, it's very exotic, very heavy on the skin, but it's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And no joke, this is my most complimented fragrance. Whenever I wear this, I get compliments from everybody, men, women. I had a little girl come up to me saying, "You smell nice!" Like, this is my most complimented fragrance. This just smells so nice on my skin. I absolutely love it. So this is definitely just one of my favorites. I always reach for this. These are the ones that I generally will always reach for, and I really, really love them. And this one has just been a favorite this year. I got this like in June? April, May, I don't know, and I've been wearing it so much. I am a little sparing with it. I don't overspray this one because it is limited edition, but like I said, I'm coming to the end of the year, and I think I've been a little bit too, what's the word I'm looking for? Sparing with it, so I'm going to probably start overspraying this because I love this scent. I cannot get tired of this scent. I cannot, you could just dunk this entire thing on my head and I would be happy. Like, just gorgeous. So if you ever have a chance to try this, I know some people have issues with this particular fragrance. It doesn't last long on their skin. This lasts on my skin, but I know everybody's different. But I can see where some people might have issues with this, because I forget if it was like my mom or a friend of mine came over and tried it, and within like an hour or two it kind of went away. So I can see where other people would have issues with it on their skin. It didn't have much staying power on the people that I know that tried it, but on me it lasts like 4 to 5 hours. So I love it. I absolutely adore this guy. It's so good. It smells so pretty. I love it. I love it. Okay, so those are my absolute favorites, but I wanted to quickly kind of talk about the honorable mentions, the ones that didn't make it to this list, but were so close that I probably could have had a top 10, but I didn't want to do a top 10. So obviously the first one is going to be from Mason Francis Kirkjohn, and it's going to be the Oud Cashmere Mood. I love that fragrance. It's so good. It's deep and fiery and woody and burny, and oh my gosh, it's so good. It smells like a campfire. It really does. It's so nice though. I absolutely adore it. Another one would be from Quid, the Aqua Fiorentina. That is one of my absolute favorite fragrances in general. It's just that I wanted to have this list be a little bit more comprehensive and not just classics in my collection that I've been wearing forever. Even though that is definitely one of my favorites, it's been taking a back seat to some of these guys, and so that's why it didn't make it to my top 5. Another one that's an absolute favorite of mine that didn't quite make it to this list is Coco from Chanel. That is one of my absolute most delicious fragrances that I own. I love it so much, but again, it's a classic that I've had in my collection forever, and it has been taking a backseat to some of these guys that are up here, specifically the Rose d'Arabie. It's weird, if I'm going for that type of, like the Coco Chanel, I've almost been reaching more for like that really oudy rose. So it's interesting that although they're different, they kind of like, they fill the same need. But I do love Coco Chanel. Again, I own the Eau de Toilette. The Eau de Toilette smells much better on me than the Eau de Parfum, which is kind of weird because normally it's the other way around, but that's the one I have the Eau de Toilette from. So those are the honorable mentions that I think definitely deserve love, and I absolutely, positively could have included them in this list, but I absolutely wanted it to be 5. I don't know why I say absolutely, positively, definitely all the time. But yeah, but definitely my top, there we go, there's that word I love to use so much. My top one is most definitely, I only have one fragrance out of my entire collection, and this is hard, and this is why I chose this one. It would be this one, absolutely every single time. This is my absolute favorite. Now that's not saying that this one can't be dethroned. Could absolutely be dethroned, but this year, this is the one that has just been lighting my fire, the light of my life. I love you. This one, love, love, love. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you'd enjoy it. If you guys have any favorite fragrances for 2016, let me know below. I'd love to know what you guys loved, what you didn't like, just because I like to see what your tastes are. And a lot of you guys have given me great suggestions, and maybe some fragrances that I don't know, or maybe haven't heard of, or just haven't gotten around to trying, and you've really opened my eyes to a lot of new fragrances. Actually, in my new perfume haul, I'll talk about the ones that you guys talked about that pushed me to buy. So I really love to, I was gonna scratch my nose. I really love to know what you guys think and feel and enjoy, definitely. So let me know below. Also, if you like videos like this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It lets me know to continue doing videos like this. And don't forget to subscribe. It's free, and I'm free, and I put up new videos every Monday through Friday, sometimes on the weekends as well, so I'll always have something for you to watch. In any case, I hope you guys are all happy and healthy and have a great day, month, year, whatever, and I'll see you next time. Bye.